Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, I'm Gustianingsih Ika Putri with student ID number 200511065. So in this video, I will do a reading practice by reading the text of Chapter 1, Why Improve Your English Fluency, from the ebook entitled How to Improve English Speaking by Marvin Alvis. Being understood clearly. Basically, when you speak well, people will be able to understand you better and clearly. When you speak very fast, then people will not understand a single word that you say. Also, if you speak well, people will have a better understanding of the message that you want to impose. For example, if you mumble, people will have the impression that you may not want to be there. It may also appear to them that you do not want to talk to them. So, you're just mumbling instead of making them hear what you're really saying. But, when you speak clearly, people will listen to you and they will thoroughly understand the thing that you are talking about. Being a pleasure to listen to. Isn't it good to know that people enjoy listening to the thing that you are talking about? Keep in mind that effective communication also depends on whether the audience is listening to you or not. People will not listen to you if they do not enjoy the experience of listening to you. If you sound nervous, then people will most likely think that you are not prepared in delivering your speech. People will think that you are not a good speaking, thus taking you as boring. As a result, they will lose interest to what you are saying and you will not be able to communicate well with them. Being more confident. If you know in yourself that you are a good speaker, then you will most likely develop that confidence whenever you have to speak in front of other people. If you develop a good speaking skill, then you will develop confidence as well. Speaking well guarantees you that you will not fail because you are prepared to do so and you know what you are doing. This in turn will make you more confident to speak up and engage more people to listen to you. It will be easy to communicate when you travel and meet new people. Your brain energy is boosted. Because a language is a whole new complex system that includes grammar, vocabulary as well as different rules and structures, your brain has to retrain itself to things. It has to absorb and assimilate all of it. As a result, your brain starts working more intensively and your cognitive thinking, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills begin to evolve. Your memory is enhanced. The more you use your brain, the better it will serve you. Improving your fluency doesn't just involve being able to use different structures, rules, words, and sentences. It also involves remembering how to use all the ever-mentioned things. That is why people who master multiple languages usually recall names, direction, and place better than people who master only their native tongues. Your mother language improves. We hardly ever think before we utter a word or a phrase in our mother tongue. We use the grammatical structure in the vocabulary that we have built up over years, and we do so automatically. However, while learning a foreign language, we start comparing it with the one we already know. As a result, we start paying more attention to the grammar, vocabulary, punctuation, and structure of our native language. This experience provides us with the opportunity to improve our mother tongue as well. As a result, we become better communicators, listeners, and editors. Being able to convey authority. When you speak with a steadier voice, which implies authority, people will in turn take you seriously, thinking that you have an authority over them. Moreover, when you're the leader in your school or in your work, your people will then believe that you have authority over them because you speak authoritatively. Being able to entertain people. Speaking well can eventually entertain your audience and sustain their interest in your speech. Always keep in mind that entertaining your audience is one of your aims. When speaking, it makes you think about your listener and how you will be able to keep them interested in what you're saying. instead of just focusing on how good or bad your performance will be. Basically, good speaking skills help in giving your speech a variety in terms of the subject matters, volume, pace, and tone, and others. It also gives you spontaneity, humor, enjoyment, as well as stories or anecdotes as you deliver your speech. Being able to build rapport. In communication, it is very important that you keep connected with your audience. Always keep in mind that it is important that you know your audience and you build rapport with them. Good speaking skill will in turn engage your audience to listen to you. You will be able to build good relationships with them through effective communication. Being understood clearly. When you speak well, people will be able to understand you better and clearly, whereas when you speak very fast, then people will not understand a single word you are saying. Also, if you speak well, people will have a better understanding of the message you are trying to implement. Being a pleasure to listen to. It is important that effective communication also depends on whether the audience is listening to you or not. People won't listen to you if they don't enjoy your listening experience. Being more confident. When you develop good speaking skills, you will develop confidence as well. Speaking will assure you that you will not fail because you are prepared to do it and you know what you are doing. This will give you more confidence to speak and engage more people to listen to you. Your brain energy is boosted. Language is a new complex system that includes grammar, vocabulary, and different rules and structures. Your brain has to retrain itself to think. It has to absorb and assimilate everything. As a result, your brain starts to work more intensively and your cognitive thinking, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills begin to develop. Your memory is enhanced. One thing to note about multilingual people is that different studies show that people who know more than one language have very sharp minds. They can remember things better than monolinguals. Your mother language improves. When we learn a foreign language, we begin to compare it with the language we are already familiar with. As a result, we begin to pay more attention to the grammar, vocabulary, punctuation, and structure of our mother tongue. This experience gives us the opportunity to improve our mother tongue too. Being able to convey authority. When you speak in a more steady voice, which implies authority, people will take you seriously and think that you have authority over them. They will then believe that you have authority over them because you speak authoritatively. Being able to entertain people. It is important to remember that entertaining your audience is one of your goals. When speaking, you should think about your audience and how you will be able to get them interested in what you have to say. Instead, just focus on how well or poorly you are performing. Being able to build rapport. Good speaking skill will eventually engage your audience to listen to you. You will be able to build a good relationship with them through effective communication.
I think that's all for my reading practice. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.